Hi, and welcome, folks, on a Friday evening here at Eagle Ridge Community Center. We've got game one of the Division 1-2 playoffs. You've got the Victoria Sheep and the Victoria Dragons. Sheep in the red, blue, and black. The Dragons in the green and black. I believe the Dragons were undefeated this season, or pretty close to it. Sheep not far behind, so this should be a good matchup in series. Tonight's game is brought to you by Napper for all your ball hockey needs. I myself, Corey Johnson, am on the mic, and we have Tristan on the camera tonight. And now we're underway. Ball's in the Dragons' defensive end, shot around the wall. Ball will come up. Good play up the middle, good stretch pass. Just offside. Good stretch pass, but a little bit offside on this one side. Neutral zone draw. Referees tonight, Mr. Lamont French and Mr. Everett. Both well-experienced officials, well respected. One draw by the Sheep. Now in the defensive end. Good pass into the middle, just out of the reach. And Koulis will chase it down for the Dragons in the corner. Sheep first to it. Sheep will wrap it around the wall for Griffin. Griffin takes a twist around behind the net. Tries to curl back, was poke check. And Dragons will flip it out. Not out. Shot from the outside the blue. Good save by Buhe. Sheep still with it behind the net. Ball will pop out. Dragons recover. Pass up the wall to Saunders. Saunders will come to center. Gonna look for a man. Now dumped in. Dragons first on the ball by Moore. Moore tries to make a pass up front, intercepted. Stretch pass, drop to Griffin. Griffin's and delayed penalty call. And we've got a power play up coming for the Victoria Sheep for a hold, I believe, on the Dragons. Right in front of the referee. I don't know what he's thinking there, but right in front of the referee. So we're going to have an early power play here for the Sheep. Players to look out for. Chris Fulton on the back end there with a lethal shot, and we have Caleb Griffin not out yet for the power play, but will be out shortly. He's their go-to guy. And Sheep win the draw. And cleared down by the Dragons. And now taken back by the Sheep. Pass center. A little bit of a choppy play there in the neutral zone. And good pickup by the Dragons. And Dragons will clear down. Dragons first on the forecheck. Tried to take a shot on net. Intercepted by the Sheep. Sheep will break out. Good pass to center. Now dumped in to going on the forecheck. Dragons first to it. Good pace of this game so far. Ball is loose in the feet. And taken back by the Dragons. Dragons lots of time to walk it up and clear it. They choose to. Good stretch pass. Tried to make a move at the line. No dice. Sheep at center. And they'll gain the zone on the power play. Good entry. Gonna curl back at the blind. Just kept in by Fulton. Fulton tip shot in. And good pad save by Buhe in tight. Ball comes out. And Dragons will slow it down. And shot on net. Goalie stop. And stretch pass up the middle. Into the zone, the Sheep. 3-on-3. Drop pass. Didn't expect that pass. Dragons will try to intercept. Now back at the point. Shot. Buhe the save. Sheep still with it. Half wall. Another pad save by Buhe. 14:02 left to go. First period, still 0-0. Believe we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Good penalty kill by the Dragons. Fulton now with it, across to his D partner. And up to the blue line. Intercepted by the Dragons. Tried to make a stretch pass too far. And that'll go for an icing call. Good effort there with the stretch pass, but just out of the reach. Pretty evenly matched game so far. Not a lot of offensive pressure on both sides, besides the power play. But good penalty kill on the Dragons. Got an offensive zone draw here for the Sheep on the left-hand side. Not sure what the bickering is going on about right now. And good juggling act by Mr. Lamont French. Must have been in the circus when he was younger. And Dragons will win the draw behind the now in the net. And Koulis will pick it up. If you guys are not familiar with the VIB Vancouver Island Ball Hockey League, Mr. Aiden Koulis, number 13 for the Dragons, is our CEO and founder of this league. The utmost respect and gratitude from that man. This league has grown quite substantially in the last 5 years. I think we're about 35, 36 teams now, I believe, close to it. So we'll ever be thankful for him. And off the loose play, the Sheep will come in and score. Shot by Griffin, I believe. And we're going to have an early 1-0 lead for the Sheep. And we're back underway. Dragons went to the zone, 2 on 3. He's expecting the pass to go behind the net, and player went out front instead. Ball is dumped in, and Dragons first to it on the defensive end. Good forecheck by the Sheep. See if the Dragons can break out here. And good stretch pass into the middle, right on the stick. Drop pass at the blue line, stretch pass to the middle. Tries to take a shot on net, goes off a stick and wide. Sheep first to the ball, they'll shoot it out. And Dragons first to the ball at their own blue line. And Caleb Griffin with the Sheep's first goal. And offside on the I'm awake. I do apologize, I'm a little rusty on this mic right now. I haven't done this in a month and a bit. Neutral zone draw here. Matt Moore on the draw. And Dragons will push it forward. Goalie will push it aside. Now behind the net, the Dragons. Pass to the middle. Shot. Goes off a couple sticks and wide. Plays back. Dragons take a shot. Try to take a tip on that, was wide. Moore will lose the battle. And Griffin will try to get out, loses the battle. Shot. And good swallow up save by the goaltender. Have an offensive zone draw here for the Victoria Dragons on the right side. Mr. Lamont French to drop the ball. One draw by the Dragons back at the point. Shot. Scores! So the original shot was in, but the rebound was actually fully in. What a play by the defenseman. Nice shot, nice low hard shot, and we got a tie game, folks. Quick pace to this game so far. 1-1 draw, 11:47 left to go, first period. Nice low hard shot. Very difficult for a goaltender to read, especially with a ball. It does take a lot of weird spins. Harder for the goalie to read. And shot in. Goaltender will cover up for the whistle with the pressure coming. Another offensive zone draw here on the left-hand side for the Dragons. We're going to have Matt Moore versus Caleb Griffin on the draw, two top-tier guys in this league. And one back by Matt Moore. The ball will squirt out past the Dragons defender. Dragons defender will pick it up. Good stretch pass. Shot off of leg and wide. Sheep are going to have to break out of their own zone here behind their net. Good pass up to Griffin. Griffin's going to look for some open space here to break out. Now back to Fulton. Fulton's going to look for some space. Open man. Good. Tried to make a stretch pass to Griffin and did not work. That's an icing call. Another offensive zone draw here for the Dragons coming up. Yeah, we'll get back underway. Offensive zone draw for the Dragons, right-hand side. And unfair draw. We'll do it again. Where the stick has to hit the ground, or the ball has to hit the ground first. A lot of guys in our lower divisions don't understand that rule quite a bit, where the ball has to hit the ground first before the ball is drawn back. Oh, net's loose. It scores on the rebound. Another low shot, rebound and scores. We have a 2-1 lead for the Dragons. Nice low hard shot from the point again. Loose rebound off the glove of the goaltender and into the back of the net. And come back at center. Everett on the draw. 1-4 by the Dragons. In some feet. And the ball pop out to the red line. Curls back up. Into the zone. Shot pass into the middle. Intercepted. And now taken back by the Dragons. Koulis at the point. Will shoot it in. And now taken back by the Sheep. 3-on-3. Chip forward. And Koulis will pick it up at the dot. Curls it back behind his net. Loses control of it. Battle ensues in front. Ball's loose. And now chipped out. And I believe that's going to go out of play. And it will do so off the netting. Out of play at the players' bench. Second Sheep goal scored by Alex Dirksen. Sheep started out hot, and now the Dragons have stormed back here to have to take a 2-1 lead. 10:30 left to go, first period. Sheep win the draw. Now on the half wall, poked away. And Dragons have it, now wrapped behind the net for Koulis. Koulis is going to look for some space. Stretch pass to his D partner. Good play up the middle, loose off the stick. Ball will come back to the Sheep. Sheep will bring it to the red line. Good play to get into the zone. Tried to take a tip on net, didn't work. Koulis will pick it up, defensive end. Good pass to the middle. More fend on his pass. Now back at the red line. Sheep have it, side to side. Just gonna look for a shot on net. High and wide. Ball comes off the wall. Caleb Griffin with it. Going to curl to the half wall. Tried to make it past the point. Gets poked away, but now at the red line, Sheep tries to make a move. Doesn't work. Shot in the feet and blocked. Moore will come up with it. Good play to get in. Shot. Just wide. Griffin's going to pick it up half wall, defensive end. Stretch pass to the middle. Now into the zone. Good play to get in. Good intercept. Poke away by the Dragons, but Sheep will cover the ball at the red line. Chipped forward into the zone. It's going to get intercepted by the Dragons. Good read. D to D pass. Good pass to the red line. Chipped in. Good flip in. Drop pass off the shoe. Another good drop pass. Shot. Tried to take a shot pass. Didn't work. Ball's now in the corner. Sheep now behind their net. Good forecheck by the Dragons. That ball will come out to Griffin. Griffin's going to try to get away from that traffic. Or that forecheck by mistake. Push forward by the Sheep. And Dragons tried to push it forward, now intercepting Griffin with it. Good pass back to the D. We get away from that pressure. Try to take a stretch pass off a shoe. Defensive end. Now flip forward. No icing as it was past center. Dragons will go on the forecheck. Griffin now behind his net. Stretch pass to the middle. Fulton couldn't take it cleanly. Push forward by the Dragons. Shot! And what a stop by Buhig. Love. Was waiting for the windmill, but it didn't quite happen. I don't think he's getting too up there in age for that. That reminded me of an old school Marc-Andre Fleury windmill. Best save in hockey right there was the windmill, by far. Buhig's been hot early. It's only given up the one goal, but that goal definitely not his fault. Dragons will win the draw. Now in behind their net. Good stretch pass up. Ward's going to have it. Good play. Get away from the pressure. Into the zone. Good pass in front. And that will come off. And I believe he hit his knee or groin on the post. That's never pleasant. That's why you wear jocks, folks. Nothing like getting a healthy whack in the place that you don't want to get whacked. Especially from the post, let alone a stick. Or a ball for that matter. We're going to have a neutral zone draw as it was intentionally knocked off by the player. So ball will come out. 7:15 left to go, first period. Still got a 2-1 lead for the Victoria Dragons. And push forward by the Dragons. Now red line down low. Tried to make a move in tight, didn't work. It's going to curl up. Going to look for an open man at the point. Shot. Off a shoe. Good block by Fulton. Sheep will try to stretch it out. Now dumped into the zone. Knocked down by the Dragons. Dragons now at the blue line. Now past the red line. Good entry into the zone. Shot. Blocked. Goes wide of the net. Good forecheck by the Dragons. And they'll get away from that forecheck. Good play. Stretch pass to the middle for Griffin. Griffin in now into the zone. It's going to wait. Shot. Buhig with a save. Just goes wide off the shoulder. And now Dragons will get to center. Gains the zone. Good speed. Curls up. Drop past the middle. Off a stick. Now back for Moore. Moore will fake. Shot. Bad save. Rebound. This goes high and wide. Kulis now settles it down. Still at the point. Shot. And that's in. And got a good goal. The goal is complaining about a high stick. But we're going to have a goal here, 3-1 Dragons. Goalie's not too pleased about that one. I didn't fully see it, but regardless, we have a 3-1 lead for the Victoria Dragons. Definitely not happy with that call. I didn't fully see the call, the stick high enough. Black sticks tend to blend in with the goaltender's jersey. It's kind of hard to see it. Referees are discussing it over though, so this may come back. It may not. And they're going to call a no goal. So the goal is coming back, it looks like. So the goaltender had a good eye on it, obviously. So I will adjust that. Now we're back underway after the disallow goal on the high stick. Sheep in their own defensive end. Good play to get out of the blue. Tries to chip up the wall, didn't work. Now back to Fulton. Fulton starts pass right into the zone. Good play. Cornered off by Sheep's defender to cut him off. And Dragons recover the ball. Good play up the middle, Moore. Good. Saunders couldn't pick that up cleanly and offside. That's the rough play about ball hockey. That ball takes weird bounces. You got to be careful with it. Definitely an offside call there. I think that's the third or fourth one on this side alone this evening. This quick of play, it's hard to keep the play manageable on your feet sometimes. It does happen. Regardless, neutral zone draw here. 2-1 lead for the Dragons. 5:18 left to go. First period. Myself, Corey Johnson, will be with you on the mic all evening. We've got a 4-game slate tonight. Game 2 is the Bruins versus Thunder, a Div 5-6 matchup. Playoff Game 1. Sheep now, defensive end. Good pass up to Griffin. Griffin's going to look for some space. Shot on net to Buhe. And first on the forecheck is the Sheep. Now at the blue line. Into the middle. I'm not sure what's going on here. Offside? It might have been off. Yeah. I think it was offside there. Yeah, I just didn't see it on the wall. Can only see so many things in my eyes here. That's what we have a cameraman for, right? And pushed forward by the Sheep on the draw. First to it on the Dragons. Koulis will have the ball, defensive end. D to D. Good pass. And they'll get into the zone. Good intercept by the Sheep. Now back at the defensive end. Good pass to Griffin. Griffin, that's red line, shot in. Buhe with the save. And now up to center. And cornered off by Fulton. Good play by the defender. Griffin now at center. She's going to try to make a move and cut off. Good play. Koulis is now having, Wart, my mistake. Both white helmets. Good pass, shot, and good stop by the goaltender. .339 left to go, first period. It's 2-1 for the Victoria Dragons. Again, if you're just tuning in, this is a Div 1-2, Division 1, I believe, matchup, playoff game 1. Victoria Dragons in the green and black, the Sheep in the pinkish black and blue. And back underway on the draw. One back by the Dragons. Shot high and wide. First to it, all the Dragons behind the net. Shot on net. It's blocked in front. Sheep will recover the ball. 2-on-2. Now more pressure back for the Dragons. He's going to curl back to the blue lines. Now has possession of the zone. Griffin goes to take the ball. Fakes it. Ball will come across, but nobody there to take the pass cleanly. Somebody lost the stick. And I think call's going both ways, I believe. Got both of them going. I think we have some 4-on-4. And that we do. Nothing like 4-on-4 in ball hockey, lots of space. Especially for Div 1, lots of space. Sorry, it is 5-on-5, yeah, my mistake. I was kind of hoping for 4-on-4, but you know, hey, that happens. I'm a ball hockey enthusiast, I like the open floor space. Offensive zone draw here for the Sheep on the right-hand side. And pushed back by the Dragons. Dragons will chip it out, not out. I tried to chip it out, didn't work. Now out, not out. Now intercepted by Dragons. Good stretch pass into the middle, possible breakaway. Shot! And glove stop. Wanted to call, didn't get it. This game's gonna get a little chippy now, looks like. Good drop past him more and more. Will still gain the ball back. Off a shoe. They're gonna have to regain the zone, and they'll do so. Try to take a shot, was blocked, knocked down. Now behind the net. Good play to get away from that defensive pressure. Now back at the point. Good play. Now at the red line, down low. Now back at the point, shot. Off a shoe. Another shot, high and wide, and out of play. Off the netting. Minute 59 left to go, first period, 2-1 lead for the Victoria Dragons. Game's getting a little bit more chippy and a little bit more fast-paced right now. Referees are handling it very well. Left side draw. And in the feet. Shot. Scores! Dirksen with a shot. What a shot. Left side, right in between the hips. Not going to stop that if you can't see it. Yeah, not going to stop that one. What a shot. Now Fulton will play it up. Tried to make a weird move at center, dropped it into himself almost, but didn't quite work. Now Sheep on the dot, Val back at the red line. Fulton will lose control right in front of the blue, but regains it. Tries to take a shot on net, off a shoe. And Dragons break out. Stretch pass past center, good play off the wall. Shot! And stopped by the goaltender. Ball's loose in behind the net. Sheep will win the battle for now, and ball's still loose in the blue and popped out. Now taken back by the Dragons. Dragons will play it back to the red line. Lots of space. Shot on net. Rebound. Another rebound. And good stop by the goaltender in tight. 1:01 left to go. First period. Got ourselves a pretty good game here so far. 3-1 lead for the Victoria Dragons, but otherwise pretty tight. Gonna have Matt Moore on the draw for the Dragons. Push forward, and touching shot on that was off a stick and wide. Sheep down low and flipped out. And Dragons first shoot in their own defensive end. Chipped up the wall. Good play. Now at the red line. Dragons enter the zone, pulls up. Try to cross the floor for Moore. Moore will play it forward, not far enough. And possible break here. Into the zone, shot. Bad save. Ball's loose. Kulas will pick it up. Good play to get out. Play it off the wall. And now into the zone. And Dragons will win that battle. Or sorry, the Sheep will win that battle on the forecheck. Ball's now at center. Moore tried to play it forward and now off is sticking out of play. .13 seconds left to go in the first period. Pretty actually slow period for my liking, but as far as like clock-wise, but otherwise the play's been really good. Gonna have a neutral zone draw just outside the offensive zone for the Sheep. Plays back at the red line with the Sheep. Shot. Tipped on. Oh, what a stop. Buhe in tight. Right off the tip. And that's what will do it for the first period. We'll be back in just a minute. Yeah, we'll get back underway here for the second period, see if the Sheep can claw back into this one. Pretty good defensive game by the Dragons, though, not letting a whole lot pressure come towards their net. Buhe's had to make a few good saves, but pretty good defensive battle here. Push forward, Dragons into the zone, shot. Good pad save, rebounds loose. Ball pop out to the blue line. Sheep recover, now back in their defensive end. Might have been a risky play, they will get out. And now back at the defensive end for the Sheep, gonna look for some space. And intercepted at the blue line. Dragons dump it in. First to it is the Dragons forward. Curls back up to the blue line. And it's gonna be rubbed off the ball. One back by the Dragons, now taken back by Griffin. Griffin's gonna come in, shot, blocked off a stick, now behind the net. Ball squirts out front, and Dragons recover the ball. Good play up into the zone. Another good pass. Shot! Was blocked in front, loose. Ball's in some feet. Now in behind the net. Shot! Oh, just high and wide. Good close call there for the Dragons. Now back at the red line. Shot. Off the blocker. Now into the corner. First to it of the Dragons on the rebound. Now a half wall. Shot. That save, wheels loose. And good stop by the goaltender in tight. Good early pressure here by the Dragons to try to expand that lead. 15:31 left to go, second period. Another offensive zone here, draw for the Dragons. And Sheep now looking for some breakout here behind their net. Good outbound pressure by the Dragons to force them to make a play. Good pass into the middle. Couldn't corral it. Go for an icing call. And good toss by the referee down in the other end. It's like these guys used to be baseball players or something. But I do want to give a good shout out to the referees of this league. They do a wonderful job. A lot of different games, a lot of different things to handle, and they do it with the utmost respect. And yeah, referees do get a lot of grief and a lot of hassle, but at the end of the day, you can't have a game without a referee. So utmost respect for these two gentlemen, the most experienced officials in our league. Shot in, goes high and wide and out of the netting. Especially playoff hockey, the temperature always rises, so these gentlemen have definitely had the game under control. Gonna have Moore and Griffin on the draw. Ball pops out. Just out of the reach of the Sheep. Forward. Koulis behind his own net. Good play up to Moore. Moore was going to look at Dirksen, but decided not to. Curls back. Good play up to Koulis. Koulis is going to look for some open man. Good play up to the middle to Moore. Moore couldn't reach it, but the ball still, I think it's tipped in though. I didn't see the tip. Sheep behind their net. Good run out. Now hits center line into the zone. Stops up half wall shot. Just goes wide. Griffin now just inside the blue. Shot tip on net goes wide. Another shot on net goes wide. Now down low on the blue on the goal line. Now back at the red line. Shot. Someone got a stick or something. I'm not sure if it's in the nuts or somewhere. Didn't get it. Somewhere got a stick. But he's going to get stopped due to the possible injury here. I'm just going to turn my mic off here just in case it's something serious. I don't want to say something here. We'll be back with you in just a few minutes, hopefully. Hopefully the player's all right. Hi, and just to let everybody know, the huge delay in the stream, we had a serious injury on the floor. Due to the injury, we'll be back to reschedule the rest of this game at a later date. We have a game 2 coming up with the Bruins and Thunder here shortly. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back here shortly.